Over the next 72 hours, XRP is burning primarily second degree. XRP burned heavily last week, destroying it forever. On the XRP ledger, over 13,900,000 XRP, and 30 million XRP has overall been burned out and taken out of use. What people are not telling you, though, is that the XRP ledger will undergo another significant supply burn in 48 hours. Finally, XRP went from 0.006 to $3.27 overnight, matching the burn we would be going through. Look at this chart showing the price between 27 and 17 for 2017. 0.006, and then XRP surged to $3.27 by the time the burn took place overnight. And if we simply do the basic arithmetic and determine the same exact percentage ratio, a 54,000% increase, then XRP's price would be literally $1,166.30 overnight. The price of XRP right now is $2.15. However, what individuals are not telling you is that the United States of America already announced that Ripple XRP will take place of US dollars. And we made a brief clue about this just a few hours ago, I believe, 24 hours ago, confirming that this, in fact, was the case, and that institutional adoption would be a significant collaboration between Ripple Labs in the United States, where they now allow and are including RippleNet into the Federal Reserve payment system for external cross-border payments. There have been several reports confirming this, and this is now essentially confirmed in a truth. One item you may find here in front of you shows US proclaims Ripple XRP will actually replace the dollar. Let us start rolling the clip right away. The US just announced that Ripple XRP would take the place of the US currency. In fact, the largest hedge fund manager confirmed that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has already begun buying XRP for the Federal Reserve USA Treasury and confirmed that over $654 trillion will be facilitated onto the XRP ledger beginning in the next 72 hours, using the real token, which is currently in pre-sale, but is built on the XRP ledger, which is set to facilitate the over $600 billion real estate market, burning XRP with every transaction onto the XRP ledger. Apart from actual finance for the real token, which is presently in pre-sale for the next 72 hours and is going to undergo a significant supply shock. This is genuinely occurring with centralized exchanges ready to list it upon the end of pre-sale. Furthermore, discussed here are institutions employing the actual coin, leaping on more the XRP ledger. Imagine now all 654 billion, 900 billion, zero really entering XRP. See this, November per XRP. That would set the price of XRP at about the $650 billion market, which will start in the next 30 towers entering XRP, supports this. Imagine then what that would do to cause the price of a real token to soar, currently in free supply. And check, right now it sits at 2 cents. That is what it would be though. Phase 1 of a 100 million, we are looking at, if all the money gets into genuine token, over $6 billion, given the very low supply of a limited token for Phase 1. Again, that exceeds Bitcoin. Should only 20% of it enter the actual tokens, then 20% of 1 quintillion, 650 billion, goes into genuine token. If only 2% of the 1 million goes into the actual token, then we are looking at a $130,000 per actual token. Guys, here is the money. Real token on the XRP ledger is what we are discussing. Benex Exchange gives an 8.7 out of 10 score, the highest XRP ledger exchange value. It has also low risk. Your Benex comes out to be 100%. TYS score of 100%. This is positive. Daily holders of it are still rising. We are discussing 744 holders who increased greatly over the following 72 hours. Therefore, if you're not in it, once more, we are not financial advisors. Rather, we are just insane supporters. Look at this, and some very minimal resistance. This is where the money is all right now. Of course, it is extreme bullish. Check your likes. You come. Now this is where things start to get more hopeful. Men, we have the figures here. Really, the XRP pricing has been verified. We had told you $11,000, starting with $27.91 per XRP. We have advised you to keep on your price charts. In my perspective, this makes a great sense. For you, most likely as well. The Ripple SCSC litigation is finished at this point. Everyone is aware that the last component to set off the XRP breakout is indeed resolution of their policy case. We have been waiting on this since the lawsuit is the one lowering XRP's price. Institutions are afraid to handle XRP because of this lawsuit. Once it becomes official and the court system states that the SEC action is dropped or settled, the price increase will be evident. And now, given reports of settlement, we are moving still another level forward here. Though there have been some speculations about dismissal, an official declaration is currently pending. Thus, clearly this is what we are waiting for. However, in the second price point, here are the actual tokenized real estate by RealFi team and centralized exchange listings. Now, why is that going to cause XRP's price to rise in stage 2 to surpass $144.81 per XRP? Well, two main things explain this. Number one is the XRP ledger, which houses the RealFi ecosystem, which comprises the actual token, and the idea that every transaction done for the real token burns XRP every time someone makes one. Two, therefore, are occurring here. Demand for the XRP token is rising since a bill must first acquire XRP before it may purchase actual token or use it to enter the ecosystem. First, you have a great demand in XRP. Then, as you are burning XRP with every single transaction, you have a great supply chart as well. You are thus making transactions. You are thereby burning the supply of XRP and doing everything that truly skyrockets the price of XRP by buying. Thus, that comes second. Third price is one I believe to be a crucial leap here. We are now leaving here the 3 digits. We are walking away from the 3 digits. We are building it into the 4 digits. Now thousands of dollars per XRP instead of hundreds of dollars. Here, XRP's price is more than $3,542. And this is supposed to happen after a significant event transpires, a rippling IPO, and big bank alliances. Though officially due in initial public offering for the Ripple Labs firm and their stock, Ripple has made it rather plain that they intend within the next 6 to 12 months to IPO. Once more, this is about raising the acceptance and price action for XRP, the method the Ripple Labs company employs. We still have to find out whether this IPO will take place in Japan, in Singapore, or in the United States. But we do know that one could